Hello, my name is Minivans94, and I would like to welcome you to my final Call of Duty Black Ops 6 video during the life cycle of Black Ops 6. Don't worry, I'll still be playing Black Ops 6 after Black Ops 7 comes out, which is at the time of this video, depending on where you are in the world, a day, maybe 2 days out. But basically, I just kind of wanted to go through kind of final stats for Black Ops 6. And I do want to mention this will possibly be my final Call of Duty video on this channel of my Minivans 94 Extra. All Black Ops 7 and going forward is going back to my main channel, Minivans 94. That will be linked in the description, and I might have it on screen now just to show you the title, but that's basically the same as this one, just without the extra. Anyway, yeah, Black Ops 6 I tried to do just as a only Call of Duty channel, and it didn't work like I was hoping. So I'm putting Call of Duty back on Minivans 94, and this will possibly be the final Call of Duty video on this channel. Anyway, I am starting to ramble. Let's take a look at kind of final stats within multiplayer and zombies. Warzone, I'm not going to go into. But yeah, I guess let's start and jump into multiplayer. Okay, so we have made it into the barracks here within multiplayer and the stats tab. So let's jump into the combat record and just kind of look. I will have the tabs to go through multiplayer, zombies, and ranked play. I will just say I did not touch ranked play at all this year. I didn't really care for it. But just kind of going over the overall weapons. It looks like the Ames 85, the Jackal PDW, and the C9 were my top 3 weapons. Yeah, again, the Ames and the Jackal were the CDL weapons, so I stuck with those. Looks like for multiplayer, I put in a ton of time for multiplayer. This was actually a very, I thought, a good multiplayer. 450 games, win-loss of just over 1, and then a 1.3 elimination to death ratio. I know that is counting assists, so I don't know how to exactly calculate like actual kill death ratio, because Treyarch doesn't do that anymore. They do the eliminations to death and put the assists in there. Otherwise, if it was a true kill death ratio, I think that would be a much lower number. I shouldn't say much lower, but it'd probably be closer to like a 1-1, honestly. But yeah, victories by mode. Looks like TDM was my main game mode this year. Played a decent amount of hardpoint, kill confirmed, domination, and infected. My highest streak looks like 27, and my highest eliminations in a game was 104. Let's see, for the loadouts, I can go by eliminations, and then this is my ratio, it looks like. Top weapons for that was the XMG, the ASG 89, and the Grikova. So yeah, those are lifetime stats. I kind of want to just do a quick look through each prestige and see how well that went. So Prestige Master, since I hit that, I played 4 games, half hour. Fine, it's whatever. Yeah, towards the end of Black Ops 6, I didn't do as much multiplayer. Honestly, most of my drive for multiplayer probably happened like during the CDL season, because watching that, I'm like, oh, I want to play multiplayer. I want to do that too. But yeah, once kind of the CDL ends, usually multiplayer falls off for me, and I do a lot of zombies. still do zombies throughout the entirety of the year, but it is what it is. Prestige 10 looks like 2.5 hours, 15 games. Again, the Aims and the Jackal are gonna be those main weapons. And then yeah, you kind of just see wow, only 2 games of multiplayer in Prestige 9. Okay. It is what it is. 20 games in Prestige 8, 2.5 hours. 15 games in Prestige 7, 2 hours. Yeah. Prestige 6, oh geez, this must have been closer to the end of the CDL season. Yeah, almost 150 games of multiplayer. Ew. I'm gonna just say it, almost a full day just in multiplayer for Prestige 6. Zombies, actually that might have been kind of where Zombies had its big lull in season 4. Yeah, because it must have been possibly about season 4. 30 games in Prestige 5. Prestige 4. Okay. Yeah, my win-loss ratio is usually the lowest point. 79 games in Prestige 3. Prestige 2 was 34 games. And Prestige 1, 22 games. Yeah, you don't get to see like the military ranking one though, which is too bad. Let's see, 1.4. I think that's 1.42. It's not too bad. I'm not gonna really count this 1.6 because that was in 2 games. So yeah, technically, my best was Prestige 1, and then a 1.42. But yeah, 1.43 was 22 games. Not a ton of games less in for this 1.42 there. And then less games, so I'm not really going to count that. So, okay. Let's get into Zombies, where I did put more time than the over 2.5 days into multiplayer. Let's take a look. Yeah, yeah, lifetime. Just over 11 days I've put into Black Ops 6 Zombies. Some people don't like modern zombies, and that's okay. I'm indifferent with it. I like some of it, I don't like some of it, but yeah. I'm not really going to look at the critical kill ratio and the exfil ratio, whatever. For loadout, looks like the ASG 89 was my main weapon. The AIMS 85, I'm actually surprised, was as far up as it is. And the AK 74. All weapons that started the year out with, which kind of makes sense, because I'm only doing like the DLC weapons to get them to hit the camos, and then like the 3,000 for the badges, and then I was just kind of done with them. But I didn't get through and get Nebula camo. I'll just say that now, but just kind of going through stats. 357 matches of zombies. A lot of eliminations, and usually about 580 eliminations a game. Let's see, for maps, it's not going to load them correctly. That's too bad. But we can kind of go through. Yeah, this was Liberty Falls. Highest round was 51. That was highest on any of them. 177 games played. Just over 5 days. Again, I don't know how accurate these stats are always going to be, but this is the numbers that I have to show you. This is Terminus. Highest round of 31. 17 games played for 15 hours. Terminus isn't a map that I really could feel like I could hop on and play casually. It almost felt like that had to always be tied with the main quest. And I wasn't doing that a ton. This should be Citadel Day More, round 36, which is also the highest exfil. 38 games for 1 day, 10 hours, and 16 minutes. Again, for a long amount of time, Citadel was kind of that same way as Terminus, where I had to feel like I had to be doing the quest because I wanted the swords. But actually more recently I've been playing a little bit more Citadel and just using that as kind of like a map for camos. So yeah. This should be the Tomb of highest round of 31, which is same as the exfil. 23 games, just over a day. Yeah, the Tomb is fine. Some people hate it. I'm indifferent. This should be Shattered Veil. 37 games for just over a day. Highest round was 34, but I could not exfil at the same time. So highest exfil was 31. And Shattered Veil, it's a tougher map than you think because of those Elder Disciples. And this will be Reckoning. 28 games for just under a day played. Highest round was 31. Highest exfil was 21. Yeah, Reckoning is another one where, kind of like Terminus, not necessarily in the sense where I have to feel like I'm doing the main quest, but I don't feel like I can just play that casually. So kind of like those casual maps where Liberty Falls, the Tomb, Shattered Veil for most of it. Citadel has come around a little bit more, but most of the time I'm still not getting the swords. I'm just playing and then leveling up a couple guns and just hanging out in spawn. But yeah, Reckoning is another main one that I cannot really feel like I can get into to just play casually and do that. That's got to be not even necessarily tied with the quest. It's just, I'm gonna be honest, Uberklaus is very difficult, I think. I personally don't like playing against the Uberklaus. So yeah, that's why I don't play much Reckoning. But yeah, it's kind of the main stats for that. Did I go through? No, I did not go through the main prestiges. Since Prestige Master is highest round of 47, highest exfil of only 16. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Just under a day and a half. 52 matches. Again, kind of showing for the loadouts kind of what those last couple guns were. Prestige 10, just over half a day, 20 matches. Yeah, highest round 41, all that good stuff. Prestige 9, 15 hours, 19 matches played. Highest round of 31. So that was not my highest game. Here was the highest game, was in Prestige 8, it looks like, where I put almost 2 days into zombies. So it kind of is the same where I put almost 2 days into multiplayer in Prestige 6. 2 prestiges later, I do almost 2 days in zombies. 68 games. That was the highest round. Yeah. Half a day, 20 matches played, highest round of 36. So since I put so much time into multiplayer in Prestige 6, how much time did I put into zombies? I couldn't have put in a ton since I was playing so much multiplayer. Yeah, actually, not too bad. More than Prestige 7. I must have just not been playing much Call of Duty at Prestige 7. But yeah, 26 matches, 16 hours. Prestige 5, just over a day, 34 matches. And this would have been around the tomb, as Staff of Ice is one of the top weapons. Prestige 4, almost 15 hours. Okay. Prestige 3, 8 hours of 18 matches. Prestige 2, almost a day of 23 matches. And Prestige 1, just over a day, 24 matches. That's kind of that. Yeah, so Prestige 8 was like the real big zombies one, where Prestige 6 was the big multiplayer one. Yeah, and then the kind of second one was Prestige 5 was another big one. And Prestige 2, yeah. And then, yeah, ranked play, I got nothing. So let's hop out here. I want to kind of look at challenges here a little bit. Let's start with the badges, I guess, here for multiplayer. Assault rifles, SMGs were, again, my big ones. Never used any LMGs. It looks like you're not enough to get anything in here. Pistols, but yeah, let's kind of go through. Yeah, the AIMs, the XM4, Kilo were kind of those big ones I got to mastery. See, the CR56, the Cypher, the FFAR. Yeah, I really just, oh geez, I really just kind of sat with pretty much the CDL guns. Ooh, that's kind of gross. Yeah, Jackal's gonna be that same way. C9, yeah. And yeah, did not pretty much do anything with any other weapons. The 9mm I was using as my main sidearm, and then I kind of used the Strider a little bit. I didn't like it as much, so I stuck with the 9mm. Pretty much nothing with launchers. Melee weapons. Yeah, no. Score streaks, counter UAV. Okay. The UAV, or the two mastery ones. Oh, Scout Pulse 2. Hellstorm. The RCXD. The Watchdog Hilo. The launcher that I always gave you. Used the Sam Turret a little bit. And then I got nothing for everything else. Lethals, Frags, and Semtex. Both at 186 kills. That's impressive. Both mastered. Tacticals, again, it was mostly for, I stuck with the CDL a lot, so concussion. Used the flashbang a couple times. Stim. And field upgrades again. Were the big two. And then, yeah. So pretty much Black Ops 6 was a big, I was just like, yep, whatever the CDL's using, that's what I'm doing. I guess can kind of go through calling cards quick. 50% for the career, Not gonna go into anything insane. Elite operation looks like 50%, and veteran was 50. Hardened, didn't complete anything. And yeah, prestige. Cool. Camos. Yeah, I think, again, I'd have to really go back through. At least this should be actually the first Call of Duty where I earned gold during the life cycle. Yeah, the XM4 I did, the Ames, the Kilo, and then, yeah, the CR56, the Cypher, and the FFAR are kind of right behind it. SMGs, the C9, the Jackal were the main two. And then, yeah, the LC10 and the PPSH a little bit. Shotguns, nothing. Earned something for the GPMG. 9mm. That actually is kind of surprising. Only 10 headshots. Nah. And then, yeah, the sector was just kills or score streak destructions with the Sigma. Yeah, that makes sense, because after they brought one of the wild cards in, I was using the launcher more, and nothing for melee. So that's kind of everything there. Let's go back into the mastery badges and look for zombies. So it looks like the assault rifles, I had at least 7 of 7 for the diamond badge. Not gonna go through all the eliminations. It's at least 3,000. Oh, I am short on the Cypher, the FFAR, and the newest rifle that came out in Season 6. For SMGs, I completed that category as well. 6 of 6. And the only one I did not finish for mastery was the Ladra. Huh, interesting. For LMGs, I did 3 of 3. They did add two LMGs within the life cycle. I got the main 3, and then, yeah, the 2 LMGs that they added later did not finish. For snipers, this is now the first category that I did not complete. Snipers, the LR762, mostly when I was grinding on Liberty Falls for camos and stuff. This was one of the weapons I would pick up. And yeah, pretty much did nothing with any sniper. The marksman rifles, again, another category I did not finish. I got mastery on the DM10 and the AEK. The SWAT, I'll need to badge 2, fairly close. And the Zarkov 762, I think that was a launch marksman rifle. I believe it was just the TR2 and the Essex were added later. Shotguns, completed this with all 3, even though I just needed 2. Pistols, I did not use pistols a ton within Black Ops 6. I did at the beginning, of course, and usually at the beginning of a first playthrough of a map or something I did, but not didn't really load into Black Ops 6 very often with just a pistol. But the 9mm I did, the GS45, the Grakova, the Strider, and then the only DLC weapon or pistol, launchers and specials. Again, did not get even a single category mastered. The Olympia was the closest, and I was just over 1,000 kills, or just under. Basically 1,000 kills I still needed to master that. Yeah, and everything else has been badge 1 or lower. Melee weapons did get a mastery in this, but not the category. The knife and the baseball bat were your two what's the word I want? Starting melees, and then they added power drill and everything else later on. Pretty much all the Ninja Turtle stuff I just never touched. And then the boxing gloves. Score streaks mastered at least the first 7. Let's see, which ones did I... Oh, I did not actually master. The Hellstorm was a launch score streak. I did not master that. Either the War Machine or the hand cannon got me to number 7, because both of those were added later. And, well, that would mean also the RCXD, or the ARCXD, whatever. Yeah, I did not like using that. Or my two starting score streaks in the game that I did not master, and DLC ones took those spots. Death Machine, Grim Reaper, and then so close on the combat bow. I just never used it. I'm gonna be honest. The last handful of games, whatnot, within zombies, I just didn't really use a whole lot of the score streaks. Just lethals mastered 8 of 8. I don't think they came out with any new lethals or tacticals in the DLC, did they? Mastered the tacticals. I think lethals were actually the first category that I completed for mastery. And then field upgrades. 5 of 5. There is one I did not full-on master. And we'll show you here which one that was. Yeah, Healing Aura. I tried. It just, a handful of solo games, I just went with something else. But that was all the badges. Calling cards for career. Oh, sorry. For career it's still 50%. Within Hardened I got up to 61%, and Prestige was 22. And for camos, oh, am I not gonna have a way to just flip to zombies for that? No. Alright. I will jump into zombies and get to that camo screen. Well, we are now here within zombies to be able to look at other camos that I've got. Yeah, so XM4, the AK-74, I got Opal. I actually got those Opal during Halloween Havoc. But I think I got gold on all the starting the launch assault rifles. And then pretty much everything after that, I got the headshot to Purple Tiger, and then it looks like the CR56 AMAX and the ABR A1 is I got two one of the other camos within those. And I shouldn't say all. I did say all. I shouldn't have, because the Merrick 556 did come out in Season 6, and I was focused a lot on the Dren 9mm, basically the MP40. So, but pretty much every assault rifle, I at least got Purple Tiger. For the SMGs, Mystic Gold was obtained for all the launch SMGs. And then, at least, looks like all the headshots were obtained. So I got up to Purple Tiger for all the DLC weapons, shotguns. So I got 2 diamond camos. Did not get any diamond camos for the SMGs. Didn't get any gold for the shotguns because I needed 2 of them. ASG was the closest I got Purple Tiger with, but I'm actually still behind on even Purple Tiger for the Marine SP, which was a launch shotgun. Again, the ASG, until the Maelstrom came out and got buffed, because I know the Maelstrom was real bad in the very beginning when it first came out, but then it got buffed and then became the best weapon in the game. But yeah, the ASG was basically your main reliable shotgun, especially when doing main quests. For LMGs, got 1 gold. And then the other 2 starting LMGs got at least a Purple Tiger. And then, yeah, still working on the 2 DLC LMGs. Marksman rifles, no golds. 3 out of the 4 I got to Purple Tiger. And yeah, still working on the Zarkov 7.62. And of course the 2 DLC weapon or marksman rifles. Snipers, no gold. Got closest, it looks like, with the LR762. And then, again, like you saw within, I think, my mastery badges, just didn't use the snipers a ton. Pistols, no golds, but did get Purple Tiger on the GS45s because you did not have to get headshots or critical kills or whatever they call it for zombies. You just had to get kills because of when you pack a punch it becomes a explosive, and that would have been too difficult. And that's also one of the main reasons why I got the LR762, because that was also, you just had to get eliminations. Did not have to get critical kills like you do with all the others. But yeah. And then, yeah, everything else still working towards Purple Tiger. Launchers and specials, no golds. Never actually used the X52 resonator. That was in one of the seasons. It's whatever. No golds, but I got 3 purple tigers with melee weapons. The knife, the baseball bat, and the power drill. And then, yeah, worked a little bit on some of the others towards purple tiger. Honestly, I think most of any of the kills with any of the Ninja Turtle weapons, other than the skateboard, of course, I got during the Ninja Turtles event. And that was all that. So that was basically everything that I kind of did. I guess we can look at zombie intel. Completed Liberty Falls. Missing a couple audio logs, couple documents, and looks like 1 artifact on Terminus. Citadel, got all the audio logs. Missing a document and an artifact. And I know the artifact should be 7 to 7, but completed the main quest to Citadel when it was bugged and you couldn't actually grab the amulet or whatever it's called. So that's what's missing for that. And I just haven't gone back and done Citadel since they fixed it. The tomb, just missing 1 document. Yeah. Shattered Veil, missing a couple artifacts and 1 document. And Reckoning, actually missing an audio log. First one missing 1 of them, which I think that is the one that we had to wait for Mr. Peaks to come out to get for a side Easter egg. And then documents and 1 artifact. But yeah, that is, I think, basically everything. Completed all the battle passes this year. But yeah, that is Black Ops 6. I know I could go in more depth about, like, oh, how were the seasonal events, limited time modes, all this, yada yada, whatever. I don't really care. They were fun at the time. Cool. But I've been rambling for currently time is showing about 40 minutes. This will get a little shorter than that, but probably not by much. Anyway, I would love to hear if you're still watching. I would love to hear down in the comments what level you got to in Black Ops 6. Again, this is probably, other than like Modern Warfare 2019, going up to like Modern Warfare 2 2022, maybe 2023, when it was like integrated within like seasonal levels before they had the prestige return. Between all those games, I still think this is like the only game that I would consider that I made it to Prestige Master. Or made it like you know what I'm talking about. But I would love to know down in the comments what level you guys got to in Black Ops 6. Kind of some other fun stats that you guys might want to share within the comments of what you thought of Black Ops 6 and all that. But as you can see from my stats, I enjoyed Black Ops 6. So that's going to do it for me. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like, subscribe, so you don't miss other content I'm putting on the channel. If you, again, really want to continue watching Call of Duty from me, go check out my main channel, Minivans94, because that is where all Black Ops 7 and future Call of Duty content will live. But thank you for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like, subscribe, and until my next video, I'll catch you all next time.